Hello guys, Brad here again with another fragrance review. Today I want to look at my sample of Abercrombie and Fitch's First Instinct. And this is the card that the fragrance came in. Inside the card it says, addictive and irresistible, blended for the man who lives by his first instinct. This one came out in 2016, classified as an aromatic fougere. Top notes of gin and tonic water and melon. Middle notes of Szechuan pepper, violet leaf, and citruses. Base notes of suede, musk, and amber. Now, I recently did sample Fierce from Abercrombie and Fitch, and I thought that was a pretty good fragrance. I know a lot of people consider that to be one of the best all-time fragrances ever in the fragrance world. So I thought, it would be good to try this one too, since it's from the same house. I was a little bit concerned about this one because I saw it had melon in it, and I saw a lot of people say that it smelled like a very sweet melon fragrance. And the last thing I wanted to smell like is a walking, talking, 250-pound, 53-year-old sweet melon Jolly Rancher. But I decided I would take one for the team and try this one out for the sake of my channel and my faithful reviewers out there. And as it turns out, it's actually a pretty good fragrance. There is definitely some of that sweet melon accord in there, but there's enough other stuff in here to keep it from being overly sweet and overly fruity. It is a little bit tropical, as other reviewers have mentioned. I think, the gin and tonic does give it a nice uplifting quality. There is, some pepper in there to give it a bit of a spiciness, and the suede musk base really keeps it in check as well in terms of keeping it from being too much like a candy gourmand. So a pleasant surprise in my opinion. Now this one still favors the younger crowd, I would say high school, college age. Being an older gentleman myself, I was comfortable wearing this one. Of course, it didn't really come across as a very loud fragrance to my nose, so that helped a little bit as well. Wearing it as a work fragrance, it didn't seem like it was overly loud or obnoxious. So I would say check it out. A lot of people say this fragrance reminds them of a Carolina Herrera fragrance called CH Men. I haven't tried that one, but if I had to mention one fragrance that this fragrance reminded me of a little bit, I'm not saying it's a copycat or a clone or anything, but it did give me a little bit of that olfactive studio still life vibe. Now this one I think is definitely more mainstream smelling, more youthful smelling perhaps, but I think if you liked still life, this one would definitely be worth checking out as well. I think it's sort of in the same family in terms of smell. So that's pretty much it for First Instinct from Abercrombie and Fitch. Pleasant surprise, even though it has a lot of sweet candied melon in there. Other stuff in there that keep it nice and a bit more mature and a little bit more depth. This is a fragrance that I think a lot of people will enjoy if they give it a chance. So overall scores here: smell 7 out of 10. A pretty nice smell. Probably not nice enough that I would rush out and buy it, but I thought it certainly worth checking out, irregardless, because it's not just all about lollipop and Jolly Rancher melon smell there. So projection longevity, I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. Some people said it was super strong and lasted all day. Some people said, kind of weak and didn't go very well. So I'm not really sure. With my sample here, hard to really gauge the the life expectancy here. But I'm going to say it's probably about average or so. 7 out of 10. Versatility, 7 out of 10. Definitely great for spring and summer. But with the suede musk and the pepper in there, you could probably wear it in the fall as well. Probably not the winter, but definitely most of the year, evening or daytime, I think. So uniqueness, 7.5 out of 10. Probably one of the strong points of this fragrance. It doesn't remind me of a lot of the other designer fragrances out there that kind of smell like an Aventus clone, or just kind of all have that same candy-like smell to them. This one is a bit unique and different, in my opinion. Price point. Now, this actually surprised me as well. Fierce is usually pretty expensive when you check prices online. But First Instinct you can find bargains on this one, like at Fragrance Net, $18.26 for the 1.7 ounce, $31.49 for the 3.4 ounce. So very nice, cheapy but goody fragrance already available at discounters, even though it's from Abercrombie and Fitch, which is typically not the kind of house that likes to put their fragrances out there in the bargain racks. So overall, for me, 7 out of 10. Give it a chance if you like um, melon fragrances. If you like fierce but want to try something else, up your game a little bit, modernize your wardrobe a little bit. Check out First Instincts and see what you think. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you all later.